Galnet News Digest, 15th of June 3307. We read the news so you don't have to.
In this week's news, marginally irritating bugs.
An open letter to the Pilots Federation.
Theta Silence. Is it the calm before the storm? The Anti-Xeno initiative is finding the space bugs more irritating than usual. Despite their best efforts to eliminate the Thargoid pest from all human-inhabited systems, the spiders from space are clinging on with an annoyingly persistent marginal presence in Atlas, HIP 18390, HR 1183 and Pleiades sector IR-W D1-55. This is despite weeks of their ships being shot into tiny pieces of iridescent space goop. It should not be possible for the celestial starfish to remain in a system once they've all been pumped full of Guardian Gauss ordnance, and yet they remain. What is the Thargoid High Command up to? What is so special about these four systems that more and more reinforcements are being pumped in, despite the terrible losses to Tharkind? The AXI has instigated what it is calling Operation Q-Ball. Q? As in snooker, not the letter. To find out if it is possible to eliminate the Thargoids from these four systems. The entire might of the operation, which boasts some of the best anti-Thargoid combat pilots in the galaxy, will bear down on the Atlas system and try to completely eliminate the Thargoid presence before they have time to send in reinforcements on Thursday. If they fail to completely eliminate the Thargoid presence in this one system out of the four, they will have demonstrated that the Thargoids have some special reason to remain in these systems. But we can only speculate what that reason might be.
Canon research scientist and potty professor LCU No Fool Like One has written an open letter to the Pilots Federation. This is a slightly unusual letter because it doesn't address the issue that's on the minds of research commanders everywhere, namely, where have all the barkmounds gone? And as a side note, the most boring biological life form in the galaxy, until bacterial discoloration patches were discovered, really has gone from many, if not all, of the planets that tourists used to flock to see these comical disappointments. In common with most open letters through the ages, LCU's letter addresses a perceived wrong in the galaxy without necessarily understanding or taking account of the ramifications of his proposal. Galnet Digest now presents the distinguished and probably incontinent research fellow's unhinged ramblings without further comment.
Dear Sirs, a man of my advanced years and galactic standing as a member of the Canon Council can afford one or two little luxuries in life. One of them being a state-of-the-art Saud Kruger beluga liner with a first-class luxury stateroom and an extensive wine cellar. Indeed, it is the only vessel that can accommodate my 19th century steam-powered cathedral organ in the forward observation deck. However, I have one small complaint. It is a very large ship, and a man of my advanced years takes a whole minute to walk to the turbo lifts. Could I request that you allow me to take my SRV to the lifts? You have a very nice station. It would be a shame if I were to stumble on the way to the lifts and drop my samples. I would probably be fine in my Artemis suit, but your station... Let's just say you don't want me to drop my samples.
The Affiliated Counter-Terrorism Unit, known as ACT, the all-superpower organisation set up to find and eliminate the Neo-Marlinist Liberation Army, has admitted it doesn't know what's happened to the hardcore Theta group. the group responsible for the 9 martyrs bombings that escaped from the Imperial Serene Harbour detention facility on the 28th of January, apparently with the help of a senior Imperial, and which is widely believed to be NMLA's last hope for causing further large-scale disruption. Senior Agent Tanya Ramirez of the Federal Intelligence Agency, who is seconded to Command Act, explained that the dark comms network used by the NMLA has so far resisted attempts to intercept and crack the ciphers, despite Federal President Jerome Archer's domestic counter-terrorism law and the collection of data pursuant to its provisions. Coupled to this, the NMLA's cell-based organisation means that one captured NMLA operative can only identify a small number of close contacts. The NMLA has been quiet in recent weeks, with just a few minor anti-personnel attacks in Imperial space that were dealt with by local police and didn't require a response from ACT. Ramirez speculated that the elimination of the Neo-Marlinist Order of Madrid may have significantly reduced the terrorist group's ability to act, but could not rule out that another major attack may occur in the future. Possibly in response to the poor reception for this press briefing, ACT later announced the recruitment of more agents from all the superpowers, from the Marlinist Constabulary, from Nova Imperial's Praetorian Guard, and perhaps, hopefully, given their reputation for always getting their man, from the Wallglass Investigations Agency. Sources close to ACT say they are not expecting any major terrorist acts this coming Thursday.
And that's this week's Galnet News. Galnet News. We read the news so you don't have to.
Ausgezeichnet.